Hey class, how's everybody doing? Hope you all are doing well. I'm Nick DeMarco. I'm taking over for the rest of the semester. Hopefully you watched my introduction video. But I'm trying to pick up right where Professor Kwan left off. And so the next thing that I saw on the list was push-pull workouts. Push-pull workouts are really, really popular, especially within the bodybuilding community. So we're going to explain what a push-pull workout is, what a sample program may look like. We're going to talk about their advantages and disadvantages and a couple different ways that you could set these up, hopefully giving you guys some ideas about whether or not you may or may not want to incorporate this as part of your fitness routine. And so a push-pull workout is basically exactly what it sounds. You're going to split your workouts up depending on whether you're working push muscles or pull muscles. And so pull muscles would be anything that you're doing to pull, right? So chin-ups could be a pull, a deadlift could be a pull, a row could be a pull, even a bicep, right? I'm pulling. For your legs, you've got leg curls would be a pull. Whereas a push type workout would be squatting because I'm pushing the floor away from me, or like a leg press or a calf extension, right? I could also do bench press or shoulder presses. I'm pressing when I do tricep extensions. So those are kind of some examples of different exercises. And basically, you're splitting your workouts up into different days where you're targeting one group of muscles over the other. And so there's a couple different variations. The two most popular ones that are out there incorporates a push day, a pull day, and a leg day. And then the other variation is strictly push pull. Okay, so looking at the push pull leg, this is how a typical split would be set up. So Monday, you do all of your pushing exercises. Tuesday, you do all of your pulling exercises. And then Wednesday, you do all of your leg exercises. And so in this variation, all of your push and pull are mainly just upper body exercises, and you have one day to get all of your lower body stuff, all of your squats, your hamstring curls, your leg extensions, your calf extensions, your abductor, adductor machines, all of those type of things. Then you're going to have a day off, and then you're going to repeat the cycle. And so on either one of these variations, basically you're running this continuous type of calendar. So push, pull, legs, off, push, pull, legs. And then on week 2 of this sample, if we're looking at the left, Monday would be an off day, Tuesday would be push, Wednesday would be pull, Thursday would then be legs, so on and so forth, right? So you've got this rolling calendar. On a push pull only, you have a heavy push where you're going to do all of your heavy pushing type of stuff. Since there's not a leg day specifically for legs, you now have to incorporate heavy push with your legs as well. So this may also include not only just bench, strict press, things of that nature, but it's also going to include your leg press, your squatting, stuff like that. Tuesday, same thing, heavy pulls. So not only are we going to do our rows and our chin ups and all of that, but you're also going to have to do your heavy, leg curls, your deadlifts, so on and so forth, any type of pulling motion. You're going to get a day off. And then in this variation, you typically, because you had so much work to do, you're going to take a light or a moderate day for the push and a light and moderate day for the pull. That's going to allow for a little bit of extra recovery. Then you have a day off, and then you go into a repeating calendar, much like we did with the push-pull leg. So what are some of the advantages to this? Is that each muscle group is getting trained at least twice a week, right? We saw that on the calendar. You're having push-pull leg, push-pull leg. That's 6 workouts in a 7-day period, right? We're hitting each muscle group at least twice. It's all good there. Same with the push-pull variation. You've got push-pull, rest, light push-pull, and then you're rolling right into it. So everything's at least getting hit twice a week. And that's supposed to be really good. Maybe, maybe not. Think about it. We're going to talk about it. You've got increased time for recovery, right? So especially on that push-pull leg variation, you've got push. 24 hours later, you're going to do a pull. 24 hours later after that, you've got a leg. 24 hours after that is a rest day. And so you're 72 hours removed from whatever workout that you did. That's a lot of time for recovery. On the push-pull, just strictly push-pull, you've got push. 24 hours later is a pull. 24 hours later is a rest day. And so then 48 hours, you're coming back, but it's a lighter day. It's more there for blood flow, get your pump on, reduce loads, just get a workout in, moving. And so while you are still training those muscles that you hit on day 1, if you will, it's at a lighter load. So this allows for a little bit more time for you to recover, not get beaten down. Hopefully you're putting in a lot of effort on those heavier days. The other nice thing is that they're really, really customizable. So that rolling cycle is just one example. If you look at it on the push-pull, you're only working out 4 days a week, right? Push-pull, heavy, and then moderate. So you can split those up however you'd like. If you wanted to do a heavy push and then have a day off, and then a heavy pull and have a day off, you could split it up like that. If you wanted to have a static schedule, you could always do it like that, even with the push-pull leg, right? Because you've got at least 48 hours, potentially 72 between those workouts, you could run a static, and you would just have maybe one day where you go back-to-back workouts instead of a rest. So it's really customizable. It allows for a lot of opportunities for flexibility within people's schedules. So what are some of the disadvantages here? Each muscle group is only getting trained twice a week. I thought we said that was an advantage. Maybe, maybe not, right? Let's think about this. What if I've got a muscle group that's having a really hard time recovering, right? Like maybe deadlifts or heavy squats take more than 24 hours, 48 hours, even potentially more than 72 hours to recover. If I'm on this push-pull, I'm back to those workouts. Maybe I don't want to be training something more than twice a week. So because you're in this push-pull like structure, that might be a disadvantage. The other one is, what if you've got a muscle group that's not responding to training and you need to train it more than twice a week, right? Calf muscles are a great example for them. Your calf muscles are constantly working as you're walking up and down stairs, walking around your house, you're running, you're jumping. Calf muscles get a lot of use. And so maybe training them twice a week is not enough. Maybe you got to do it 4 times a week. Well, where do you put that in? Are you now adding calves to a pull day? Now we're just adding on top of the list of exercises we've got to get done. And that goes down to long periods in the gym. We'll skip the one for auto regulation right now, but with these push-pull, you think of all of the different exercises that you could do for push-pull, and this list starts getting really long. I've got a sample program in another slide, and you'll see there's a lot of exercises every single day. So there's long periods of time that you're spending in the gym. It may ineffectively train every muscle. And with that, what I mean is, all right, let's say we're doing a push day. So I've got to get heavy bench press, heavy shoulder press, heavy squat. How much more effort am I going to be able to give for like tricep extensions and calves? I'm going to be burnt out potentially by the time I get to some of these smaller muscle groups. And so am I really effectively training those? Or would I be better off switching up my routine a little bit? I don't know. It depends. This is not me saying that this is a bad routine and you shouldn't do it. It just kind of depends what your goal and what you're looking for. You have to assess what's going to be best for me. If all those advantages look like that's the best program for you, then by all means, go ahead and go for it. That's totally fine. What I'm talking about for not a lot of room for auto regulation is just that. What we spoke about before. You've got this structured routine where it's push-pull, 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 or push-pull legs, push-pull legs. And so you're doing all of these different movements based on motor patterns, and you're not really thinking about, well, my biceps are really sore from yesterday's workout, but I got to pull. And so every pulling motion that I'm going to do is going to be hitting my biceps. At that point, maybe you should do something else, right? But you just trained chest the day before, you just trained legs 2 days before that. And so if you're really hitting hard workouts, it doesn't leave a whole lot of room for you to say, hey, I'm going to take it easier on this day, or hey, my biceps are really bothering me, so I'm not going to do anything that's going to target my biceps. With this rigid kind of structure, you don't have a lot of periods of these ups and downs. The push-pull by itself is a little bit better regulated. You've got more opportunities to take days off. However, as we're going to see, there's a lot of work involved when you just have 2 days to get everything into it. So again, not saying that this is a bad routine. It's just you gotta look at what your priorities are, what your goals are, and come up with what's the best option for you. So let's look at a sample. Here's a push-pull legs. And so this would be done all in one, not all in one day, but all the push exercises would be done in a day, right? So you've got bench press for your chest, overhead press for your shoulders, you've got incline dumbbell press, you've got chest flies, you've got side laterals, press downs, tricep extensions. And then on another day, you're going to do barbell rows, pull-ups, dumbbell rows, pullovers, lat pull-downs, banded curls, hammer curls, concentration curls. And then on leg day, you're going to get your squats, your deadlifts or your RDLs, your leg press, your hack squats, your lunges, extensions, leg curls, calves raises. Oh, and by the way, I didn't see any abs. I didn't see any, flexion or anything like that. I didn't see any kind of like cardiovascular type exercise, right? Holy cow. When are we going to get our obliques, our anti-rotation, our flexion, all of those things? Where are we going to fit all that in? That looks like a lot of stuff. Maybe one of the disadvantages. Again, maybe it's an advantage. If you only have 3 days, bam, 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 and that's all you can do, push-pull may be really good for you. Let's go ahead. Let's look at, this is a sample program of just push-pull, heavy, light, right? So on one day, you may do your heavy deadlifts, heavier dumbbell curls, weighted pull-ups, RDLs or straight-legged deadlifts. This program, this is where they put in their abs. Tuesday, then you've got your heavy push, your front squats, your bench press, your overhead press, your dips and calf extensions. Rest day, and then you've got your moderate or lighter days. And what you can see is that they're still doing like a hinge movement, but it's not as heavy as a deadlift with RDL. They're doing a reverse grip curl. You're definitely not going to be able to reverse grip curl as much with a reverse grip as you could with a regular. And so they're picking exercises that they could go a little bit lighter with on those types of days. Because it's split up over 4 different days of exercise rather than 3, it allows for them to do a little bit more variation and get in and out of the gym a little bit faster. Depends what's best for you, right? That's kind of the idea behind push-pull workouts. Again, everything depends on what your goal is. I can't stress that enough, and you're going to hear me say this in every single lecture. Not a bad workout routine. If you've only got 3 days, before you've got to have a rest day, and then you've got another 3 days, and you like the idea of like being able to manage your schedule around, hey, I can do 1 day, take a day off, 2 days, take a day off, then a push-pull routine may be good for you. You can hit all of that, especially if you've got longer periods of time in the gym to dedicate. If you've only got 45 minutes, but you can get in there 6 days a week, maybe push-pull's not great for you. Maybe you do something like an upper body split, lower body split, full body split, day of rest, something like that. Hope this gave you guys some ideas, gave you some insight to the push-pull type workouts. I really appreciate you sticking around and watching this. If you have any questions at all about the push-pull workouts, feel free to shoot me an email. Drop it in the discussion board up top. Let me know what you guys think. That's all I got. Thanks a lot.